What is going on, guys? It is a fine, super fine day here in Southwest PA. Today is kind of an important message for second season riders or whatnot. So be sure to stick around. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you here in 1 second. Alright guys, we are back, and we should have a quick discussion about something. And just to kind of throw this out there, this is not like an original idea. This is not like some enlightened thing that I came up with because I am great and wonderful, which I am not. It's very common sense things, but I think it should be kind of discussed a little bit. And this is specifically for second season riders. So this is your second motorcycle season, right? Now, we're going to kind of break this into two parts. And the gist of the idea is to make sure you're really paying attention to the weather and your personal skill set whenever you jump back on your bike for your second season. We can talk about the weather part first, because it is important, and it's something that you might not necessarily think of if this is your second season in riding. This might be something you kind of realize in your third and fourth, multiple seasons, because you kind of understand it now. But for generally most people, their second or their motorcycle season starts in the spring whenever it gets warm. Right now it's March 21st, and this is a very fun time, meteorologically fun time, because you have pretty much the polar jet and the subtropical jet fighting for dominance. It causes a lot of instability and a lot of kinks and waves in the atmosphere. And in general terms, what that means is wild temperature swings. So right now it's like 55, 56 degrees, but when I left for work this morning, it was 21 degrees. So with that being said, and you get these wild temperature swings, there can be situations where that is the complete opposite, right? Where maybe it's warm and then cold. When you get these kind of disturbances, these upper atmospheric disturbances, you get a lot of precipitation. This is the time of year whenever you have a lot of severe weather down in Mississippi and out west, Tornado Alley. These are those systems, right? These are formed by I got distracted. These are formed by extratropical cyclonic activity, or whatever you want to call it, and it brings a lot of moisture. It brings a lot of cold. These cyclones, that's just kind of what the weather they bring. So what I'm getting at is, if this is your second season, you might not have caught on, or just you might have forgot about these wild temperature swings. And what that can do is, let's give a very crazy example. Let's say it's warm and it rains, and it's let's see, how do I want to say this? Let's say that it's warm and then it rains, and then it starts to get cold again, and throughout the day it warms up again. But let's say it didn't warm up until late in the afternoon, and there could be a side of a hill, right? So maybe this side of the hill gets sunlight while the opposite side does not, right? Because the sunlight can't penetrate that, so the opposite side of the hill is not. And you're coming around this bend, and all of a sudden you're in a situation where that water is still frozen, right? It's still ice, and it can just lead up to stupid situations. So I don't want to indulge too much on it, So I really don't want this video to be very long and, you know, drawn out. But, you know, if it's your second season, kind of be weather aware, especially if you're the kind of person that does not want to get caught in the rain. This is definitely the time where you want to pay attention to your weather. Find a good weather source. I love Ryan Hall, y'all. Like, he has very digestible and a little bit intermediate to advanced meteorological analysis, and it's just really fun to watch. I can link some things in the description so you can do your own weather analysis. You know, don't just rely on your phone, because, you know, current weather in Pittsburgh, Google search isn't always the best. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about, and this is kind of like the main thing that I wanted to talk about, is coming into your second season, riding like how you were at the end of your first season. So riding a motorcycle it's an exercise, right? You're exercising dexterity, you're exercising your skills and all that stuff. You're exercising your confidence. So if you are riding how you ride right at the end of the season in your first season, it can kind of put you in a stupid situation, because it put me in a stupid situation. Now, mind you, I do ride year round. Well, this is my second season coming into this, but I did ride year round. But there was a time in the winter where I didn't ride for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And when that happened, I came into it just like how I was riding before, and it really put me in a bad situation. If you follow the channel, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I almost wrecked my bike. There is a video on it where I kind of break down what happened or whatever, so you know, you can check that out. There's a lot of freaking salt. I did not like that. But you gotta remember to take it easy in your next season, because again, you can put yourself in these weird, stupid situations. And it's an exercise, it's a muscle memory. You will get back to where you were very quickly. It might not be a week, it might not be 2 weeks, but you will get back to where you were from the end of the season, sometime in the middle or the beginning of your second season. And that's when you grow, right? Because now in your second season, you're as good as you were at the end of your first season, but now it's, you know, the first quarter of your second season. So you have the other 3 quarters of your season to grow, and you kind of do it over and over and over again. But that first initial, you know, couple weeks, months, whatever it is, watch how you're riding your bike, because again, if you're riding how you were riding at the end of your season, it can definitely call for a bad time. That's for sure. Oh, this sucks. And you don't want to wreck your bike that early on. I mean, you'd never want to wreck your bike in general, but that would just be heartbreaking to do that. So you have all season to ride. That's a very pretty color. You have all season to ride. Just take it slow. Another thing with the weather is that I could have let him go, but screw him. It's like, no. Another thing with the weather, getting back to weather, is with those wild temperature, or with those colder temperatures. I mean, you know that cold. That was weird. Didn't cancel. You know that cold tires are bad news, and you know sometimes you just get a little excited, and yeah, it might be warm, but the roads can still be cold, because we're kind of getting into that time of year again where the sun can be hot, right? The sun's hot. Not always is it getting warm because of air masses, but sometimes that sun is warm and it feels warm outside, but the roads still haven't warmed up, or your tires haven't warmed up. So just take it easy, kind of really pay attention to these little micro things, the temperature of the roads. You know, I'm not saying take a temperature gun and, you know, check the temperature of the roads or whatever. Oh, there's an ambulance. Let's see. I know what I can do. That's actually not that big of a deal. We can do this. Looks like somebody had a little... I'm going that way. Okay, he's talking to him. But let me just figure out what's going on here real quick. Okay, we figured it out. Anyways, but yeah, guys, that's pretty much the gist of it. If this is your second season, or if it's not your second season, pay attention to the road, Matt. Gear, neutral, first, here we go. Make sure you know how to do your emergency maneuvers whenever you're not paying attention, talking to your friends on YouTube. You don't want to wreck your bike or whatever. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much the gist of what I wanted to talk about. I don't want to make too long of a video or whatnot. Just take it easy, or not. But you know, I definitely, you know, just take it easy. Pay attention to the weather. If you don't want to be the kind of person that rides in the rain, be weather aware. Keep in mind of just temperature in general, because like I said, the air might feel warm, but those roads could still be cold. And especially if those roads are hidden in shadows or hills or whatever, those are the situations where you wreck your bike. And you don't want to wreck your bike. I don't want to see you wreck your bike. It is what it is, though. These are just things that you can do to kind of be a little bit more cautious and just a general safe rider and all of that. But I really do appreciate you guys watching. If this was enjoyable for you or whatever, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment. Just say hi. You know, I try and respond to every comment that I get. A lot of times YouTube does this stupid thing where it doesn't tell me. Like the app will tell me, but it can be like a few days late, or uh-oh, Spaghetti-O, you getting pulled? Oh, you're going to the accident. But anyways, alright guys, I'm gonna let you go for the 15th time. Thank you guys so much. I will see you in the next one.